Hey, it's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Leo, October 2021. So Leo, we're coming into the month with a lot on our heart, a lot on our head. Of course, Mercury is retrograde with all of the other heavy hitting planets in a retrograde, but this month we are going to gain clarity, we are going to gain traction, and we're going to see a lot of action take place as we totally transform our realities. Starting on October 6th, we have the new moon taking place in Libra. This new moon is going to highlight where it is that things have gotten a little bit out of extremes and where it is we need to restore balance, where it is that we need to focus on love, bringing more joy, peace, and harmony into our lives. And this particular new moon in Libra is highlighting your third house. Your third house does rule over your mental plane. It is Mercurial ruled. It's definitely having a little bit of a damper on the negative narrative that you're allowing to loop in your head. It's also putting a damper on communicating and actually speaking your truth. The new moon in Libra is going to encourage you to be a little bit more vocal in advocating for yourself, for standing up for yourself, for doing what is right, what is fair, especially in your relationships. And this is going to definitely put a huge focus on where it is that you need to balance the scales between your heart and between your head. Also on October 6th, we have Pluto, the great transformer himself, going direct in Capricorn. This is going to be highlighting your sixth house. We've had a lot of time to really see where it is in our daily lives, in our tasks, in our chores, in our health and wellness sector, where it is that we have not stood in our power, where it is that we have not done right by ourselves. Of course, while Pluto was retrograde, he was highlighting our fears, our insecurities, our doubts, and this has built a very unhealthy, negative, fearful narrative that now with Pluto going direct, we have the ability to shift, to transform, to take our power back. Pluto going direct in Capricorn is going to really put a huge emphasis on us reorganizing our day-to-day lives, making sure that we are putting enough time, energy, and effort into ourselves, balancing out the scales between that mind, body, and soul equation, and getting a grip on our mental health by pouring into our spiritual practice. On October 7th, we have Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and worth and pleasure and money, moving into Sagittarius. This is going to be a great energy for you because Sagittarian energy is a sister sign to you. We get a little bit fired up, we get a little bit fun, we get a little bit fancy free. Venus is definitely going to let her hair down moving into Sag, especially after that very long time in the depths of the darkness of the soul in Scorpio. And Venus moving into Sag is going to be highlighting your fifth house. This is the house that you naturally rule over. This is your heart chakra. This is where love and romance and playful energy returns. This is where creativity peaks. And Venus moving into Sag, although she is on a quest for truth, there is a lot of truth to be exposed in your heart space. Why have you built these walls up? Why will you not let people in? Why do you prevent yourself from sharing your talents and skills with the rest of the world? Why is it that you talk yourself out of having excitement and playful energy in your life? This particular energy is going to highlight where it is that you need to renew your confidence, renew your faith, renew your excitement in life once again, aligning to a higher truth, preparing for a brand new adventure, especially where love and creativity is concerned. On October 10th, we have Saturn, the Lord of Karma, going direct in Aquarian energy. And Saturn has been retrograde, really taking us back through our tough love life lessons to see whether or not we actually learned anything. Saturn going direct in Aquarius, of course, wants us to bust out of the old ways of thinking, really abandon the confines, the restrictions of our thoughts, of our abilities. And Saturn going direct in Aquarius will be in your seventh house. This seventh house is partnerships, it's relationships, and because you've had to be kind of highlighted and reminded to some of the not so nice memories of your past where relationships are concerned, now you're being faced with a choice. Are you going to boss up and take control over your thoughts and over your emotions, freeing yourself, creating a space for new people to actually enter in? Or are you going to keep your heart and your head very guarded by reliving the past pain and trauma of relationship experiences in your past? On October 18th, we have Jupiter, the planet of growth and abundance, moving direct in Aquarian energy as well in this 7th house. Aquarian energy is your opposite energy, and we are really trying to think about sharing ourselves with other people again. Jupiter wants you to really see where it is that you need to grow past your boundaries. You need to expand your mind, your heart space, past the pain and trauma of your relationships experiences that you've already gone through. Jupiter wants you to renew your faith, your optimism, your confidence in the possibilities to come, and trust that when you give yourself permission to open up again, that the right kind of people will be knocking on your door. Also, on October 18th, we have Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, going direct in Libra. So as we know, Mercury has been retrograde, especially in Libran energy, is taking you back, making you rewind, re-edit, reface some of the topics and themes of your past, especially where relationships are concerned. This is really highlighting your 3rd house, which is your mental plane. This is the mental narrative that you're allowing to loop in your head. This is how it is that you're seeing the past, the present, and the future, especially where relationships are concerned. Mercury going direct in Libra is not only going to help you balance out the energy exchanges in your existing relationships, it's going to encourage you to speak up, to speak out, to actually advocate for yourself, to speak the truth, to actually fight for what is fair in your relationships, and really put you on blast on where it is that you need to kind of reorganize your perspective, your thoughts, your narrative into something a lot more harmonious, a lot more peaceful, a lot more loving than the negative narrative that you've been allowing to loop for far too long. On October 20th, we have the full moon taking place in Aries. This is also going to be a good energy for you because Aries is a sister fire sign to you. The full moon, of course, wants to illuminate where things have to end, where we have to cut the cord, where it is that we have to close the door on some topics and some themes. And this time we have to rewind to the spring. That Aryan energy back in the springtime brought us to life. It made us excited about life again. It highlighted new wants, needs, and desires. It showed us where it is we had to be more aggressive in asserting ourselves and taking action to get what it is that we want. Many of us have failed to bring those elements into manifestation, and this full moon is going to illuminate what it is we have to let go of as far as those particular aspects are concerned. The full moon in Aries is going to be highlighting your 9th house. Your 9th house illuminates truth. It illuminates a new belief system, especially in your talents and abilities, especially in the experience that you want to be having. The 9th house wants to really renew your optimism, your confidence, your faith in the possibilities to come, setting you up for a brand new adventure. But you have to elevate your vibration to attach to your higher self, to your intuition, to your heart space, and step out of the parameters that your ego has been living in. The full moon in Aries is going to see a huge release of some of the identity issues that you've become a little bit too attached to, likely with disappointments of not seeing some of the things that you initially set out to create back in the spring that didn't come into fruition. It's okay. Let it go. We're clearing up our heart space for new soul contracts, new timelines, new life lessons. Whatever hasn't manifested for you at this particular point in your life was never meant to be. And now we have to let that go in order to create a brand new space for the new elements to actually be able to come to life. On October 23rd, Scorpio season begins, and this is going to be highlighting your 4th house. Now, let me tell you, Scorpio season isn't a favorable time for most people. It is highly emotional. We do really focus on intimacy, on vulnerabilities, on desires, on soul connections. Scorpio season, being ruled over by a water sign, is deeply transformative, but we do have to give ourselves permission to dive into the depths of the darkness of our psyche, of our mind, of our heart space, and of our pain and trauma. We have the ability with this energy to truly alchemize the pain into power, the darkness into light, where Scorpio season will be highlighting your fourth house of home, family dynamics, boundaries, and nurturing. You're likely going to have to revisit a lot of the family dysfunction from the past, a lot of the times where the family dynamics weren't so safe, weren't so secure, and revisit your relationship with the feminine divine energy. Explore the past pain, the past trauma, the past memories that are coming up on where it is that maybe you've been too self-sacrificial in the past, not putting yourself at the top of the list, and where it is that maybe you've kind of gained a little bit of guilt and resentment towards other people for them not reciprocating the kind of love and energy and attention that you so generously have poured into them. On October 30th, we have Mars, the god of war, really ruling over our physical drive, our energy, our passion, our desires, moving into Scorpio energy as well. Now, Mars co-rules over Scorpio, so this is a very powerful placement for him, and this will be highlighting your fourth house of home and family as well. Now, Mars is going to really irritate us, put us in a position of frustration and anger, because now we have to make some decisions. We have to take some action. And Mars in Scorpio is very passionate to go after what it is that he wants, what it is that he desires, what it is that is motivating him, by taking the past experiences of pain and trauma and using it as a motivator to clean the slate and start fresh. Mars being in Scorpio in this fourth house is likely going to create a lot of intense drama. A lot of this is because we want to take action and the universe isn't really behind us in making a lot of the major moves that we want to make in order to provide a new foundation of safety, of security, of the family dynamics within our home. We are going to see our boundaries be tested in order for us to recognize where it is that maybe boundaries don't exist at all, and they should, or maybe where they're existing, but they're just not strong enough in order to protect our emotions. Mars in Scorpio in this fourth house is definitely going to boss up and recognize where it is that we're not willing to kind of sit around and let the past keep us in a state of paralysis. It is going to be a beautiful time of action, but it will likely come from a lot of negative emotions, negative thoughts, and negative energies. Some of the things that the universal guides would like for you to concentrate on as you move throughout the month of October, the very first thing that they are highlighting is your strength. I feel like you need to rewind to your birthday. You came into this new natal year with a lot of energy, a lot of passion, a lot of desire, a lot of high vibratory frequencies that over the last couple of months, you've kind of lost your mojo. You've lost your focus. You've lost your clarity. It's okay. Mercury's been retrograde. All these other major heavy hitting planets have been retrograde. It's okay to lose your way. But now you really have to take a good look at your past pain, your past trauma, your past experiences, and really see the challenges that you've been able to overcome. That is your strength. Where you see weakness is actually your strength. Where you see vulnerability is actually your strength. And now it's time for you to boss up in a brand new way, to really stand firm in your power, to fight for what it is that you want, you need, you desire, you deserve, and really take a stand for putting yourself first. You are going to be faced with a lot of decisions, especially while Mercury is retrograde. We're kind of revisiting old ideas, old projects, old, ways of making money. This is going to be a good thing for you to kind of reflect on, because there's a lot of things that you could pull into this present moment that would really bring a lot of peace, a lot of joy, a lot of fun back into your life. I feel like you will be, especially towards the end of October, really pouring into the things that you love to do, the things that make you happy, the things that, provide you with meaning and purpose. This is going to be a brand new energy, a brand new spark. There is a lot of romantic aspects that could be possibly bringing you back to life. But overall, it's just getting in alignment with your heart and soul once again, and just trusting that what it is that you're being guided to do is your calling. It is your mission. It is the next phase of the soul contracts and the life lessons that you're supposed to be diving into. By the end of this month, I truly feel that you're going to feel a major shift. I feel like you're coming out of the blah stage. You will be kind of, revamping your energy, so to speak. I feel like your career and the financial aspect connected to the roles and responsibilities that you do for work, I feel like they're going to really be amplified, rewarded. I see a lot of abundance. I see a lot more opportunities coming in. But again, it is all about what it is that you have been blocking. A lot of your fears, a lot of your insecurities, a lot of the lack of confidence within yourself has prevented you from truly standing in the path of these opportunities being presented to you. And I feel like by the end of the month, you're going to kind of go through this transformation where you recognize where it is that you have gotten in your own way. And when you give yourself permission to step out of your own way, you're going to be much more willing, much more excited to welcome in these new opportunities than ever. And of course, receive the financial rewards, the financial abundance that you have been praying for. So that is your October energy forecast, Leo. I hope you have a beautiful month, and we'll talk to you soon.